kami sa hamlet of Bezanson. Ayan, hamlet of Bezanson, County of Grand Prairie, guys. Ayan, dito na kami ngayon. And so, tara, tignan natin kung anong meron dito sa hamlet of Bezanson. Bezanson is a hamlet in northern Alberta, Canada, within the county of Grand Prairie. Number 1. It is located approximately 30 kilometers east of Grand Prairie on Highway 43, west of the Smoky River. Bezanson, with a population of 121 living and 57 dwellings, that was on 2011 statistics, guys. And now, andito po tayo sa Glen Leslie Church. Nadaanan po namin ito. So, we stop here just to show you the little church here in Glen Leslie Church. Okay, guys? It was built in 1915 and provincial historic site daw siya. So, tara guys! Puntahan natin ito. Glen Leslie Church and Cemetery. On November 21, 1914, a meeting was held to consider building a church at Glen Leslie, Alberta. A subscription list was drawn up with a cash donations and volunteer labor promised. Alfred Olson was hired as the carpenter for $4 per day. Ayan guys, nakita ko kasi na merong church dito na maliit. So puntahan po natin guys. The 20 by 30 log church was built on 10 acres allotted for a church and cemetery on Southwest 672 3. By March 1915, the logs were hauled and construction began after spring work. Total cost of the church was $468. The first church service was held on October 30, 1915 and continued until 1964. The historic site, in the spring of 2011, the Glen Leslie Church was designated a provincial historic resource by the Minister of Culture and Community Development. The church remains one of the few pre-1920s structures left in the area. Once, an area located approximately 4 miles west of Bezanson known as Glen Leslie became settled, a dedicated church building was deemed necessary. Church services had been facilitated in Thomas Leslie's home by Reverend Alexander Forbes, who was the Presbyterian minister from Grand Prairie. In November 1913, Mr. Leslie and Reverend Forbes applied for and were granted 10 acres on which to build a church and plot ground for a cemetery. The following November, a meeting was held to implement a plan to build a log structure 20 feet by 30 feet. Ayan guys, so by March 1915, the locally harvested logs were on site and it was decided to hire a carpenter with volunteers to provide all other labor. Ayan guys, so the completion of the building subsequently occurred with the first service being held on October 31, 1915. Ayan, meron siyang cross dito at ang ng halimuyak. Uy, ang bango, grabe. Ang bango niya, guys. Sobra. Promise, napakabango niya. Ayan, guys. Although purpose-built as church, it also served as the schoolhouse for the Somi School District, 3634 from 1918 to 1928. Over the years, the community renovated the church. However, the ravishing effects of time had taken its toll. Over the years, the community renovated the church. However, the ravishing effects of time had taken its toll. The building had deteriorated to the point where comprehensive restoration was required before it collapsed into itself. The Glen Leslie Church Preservation Group was formed in 2011 to oversee the restoration project. In 2010, the church had received its designation as a municipal historic resource, followed by, in 2011, its designation as a provincial historic resource. The restoration was complete in 2014, just in time to hold a centennial celebration in 2015. The historical significance of the Glen Leslie Church lies in its provision of structural evidence of a small community in northwestern Alberta. The heritage value of the building lies in its architectural significance as a rare example of a log church with exposed exterior walls. This type of construction was once common for buildings in Alberta. However, extant examples of this technique are now rare. Yan guys, the church and surrounding grounds would make a spectacular backdrop for wedding, family, and individual pictures. Ayan. So, maganda talaga yung lugar, guys. And if you want to have a wedding, there you can also. Because it's a beautiful place. And, meron po siyang cemetery sa likod. Ayan yung cemetery, guys. As you can see. Ayan. Papasyalan natin din ang kanilang cemetery. Okay? Ay, nakita ko yun. Ang cute. Nakita ko to guys. Ang cute niya. Gun fishing. So, mahilig siguro siya mag-fishing guys. Ayan oh. Perry in Peters. Sabi niya gun fishing. So, well, mahilig siguro talaga siya mag-fishing. That's nice. Diba? Ito naman, meron siyang birds here. Bird siya. May angel siya doon. Kakatuwa naman. Tapos ito, may upuan siya, oh. Ito may picture. Ito may horse. Ayan. So, mahilig siya siguro mag horsey. Come on, Buffy. Good job. Good girl. Ganito po ang cemetery dito sa Canada, guys. Ayan, at inuulit ko po, nandito po kami sa Grand Prairie na. Yung isa naman ang ganda. Ang dami niyang mga bulaklak. Kaya lang natakpan na yung pangalan. Ayan. Makikita lang siya sa winter kasi mawawala na yung flowers, yung plants. I miss a friend named Joy, but he's not that one.